India, a land of vibrant colors, where every hue tells a story of joy, celebration, and unity. Rich history and deep spirituality, where ancient temples stand as silent sentinels of time and rituals connect the present to the past. For thousands of years, this land has been a cradle of civilization, nurturing the growth of human thought and culture. It has gifted the world with wisdom, knowledge, and innovation, from the profound teachings of the Vedas to the groundbreaking discoveries in mathematics and science. From ancient scriptures to intricate art forms, each piece a testament to the creativity and intellect of its people. India's cultural tapestry is woven with threads of beauty and resilience, where every dance, every song, and every festival is a celebration of life. The people of India carry within them the legacy of their ancestors, a legacy that speaks of unity in diversity, strength in adversity, a legacy of wisdom, resilience, and an enduring belief in the power of peace, as exemplified by leaders like Mahatma Gandhi. India's story is one of resilience, a tale of a nation that has fought for its freedom and dignity. It is a story of a civilization that has weathered many storms, from invasions to colonial rule, yet has always emerged stronger. Through centuries of change, India's spirit has remained unbroken, a beacon of hope and perseverance. Its people have always sought harmony with nature and with each other, living in a symbiotic relationship with the land that sustains them. This deep-rooted respect for all forms of life is at the heart of India's identity, a principle that guides its conservation efforts and environmental stewardship. It is a testament to the enduring spirit of this ancient land, where every monument and heritage site tells a story of a glorious past. India's journey through history has been long and complex, marked by periods of great prosperity and times of profound struggle. It has seen periods of great prosperity, such as the Golden Age, and times of profound struggle, like the famines under colonial rule. Yet through it all, the spirit of India has endured, a testament to the resilience and determination of its people. The people of India have always striven for a better tomorrow, holding fast to their dreams of freedom and self-determination, inspired by the sacrifices of their freedom fighters. The story of India's independence is not just a historical event, but a living legacy that continues to inspire generations. It is a testament to the human spirit, showcasing the power of collective will and the unyielding quest for justice. It shows the power of courage, resilience, and the unwavering belief in the power of truth and justice, values that continue to define the soul of India today. The arrival of the British East India Company in the 17th century marked a significant turning point in India's history. What started as a simple trading venture soon evolved into something far more complex and far-reaching. Initially, the relationship between the British and the Indian subcontinent was purely commercial. The British East India Company sought to capitalize on India's rich resources, trading in spices, textiles, and other valuable goods. However, what began as a trading relationship gradually transformed into a form of colonial control that would reshape the region. Over time, the East India Company's influence grew exponentially. They established trading posts and fortified settlements, gradually extending their reach and power. The company began to exert its authority over vast swathes of the Indian subcontinent, often through a combination of diplomacy, military force, and strategic alliances. By the mid-18th century, the East India Company had become a dominant force in India. It controlled large territories and wielded significant political and economic power. This marked the beginning of a new chapter in India's story, one characterized by foreign domination and profound change. The impact of British rule on India was profound and far-reaching. The British introduced new systems of administration, education, and law, fundamentally altering the social and political landscape of the region. The British established a centralized administrative system, which included the introduction of Western-style education and legal frameworks. These changes were aimed at consolidating their control and facilitating the efficient extraction of resources. They exploited India's resources and markets to fuel their own industrial revolution back in Britain. The wealth generated from Indian resources played a crucial role in Britain's economic development during this period. The once vibrant Indian economy, known for its textiles and spices, began to falter under the weight of colonial policies. Traditional industries were disrupted, and the local economy suffered as British goods flooded the market. Agriculture, the backbone of the Indian economy, also suffered. The British imposed new land revenue systems that placed heavy burdens on Indian farmers, leading to widespread poverty and hardship. The British imposed their own values and systems, often disregarding the rich cultural tapestry of India. They sought to reshape Indian society in their own image, leading to a gradual erosion of traditional Indian institutions and ways of life. This led to a gradual erosion of traditional Indian institutions and ways of life. However, the spirit of India refused to be extinguished. Despite the challenges and hardships, the people of India remained deeply connected to their land and heritage. The people of India, deeply connected to their land and heritage, yearned for the day they would regain control of their destiny. This yearning gave rise to a spirit of resistance that would eventually sweep across the nation. The seeds of resistance were sown in the hearts and minds of the Indian people. They began to organize and mobilize, seeking to reclaim their rights and freedoms. This spirit of resistance would grow stronger over time, culminating in a powerful movement for independence. This yearning gave rise to a spirit of resistance that would eventually sweep across the nation. The struggle for independence was long and arduous, but it was fueled by the unwavering determination of the Indian people to reclaim their sovereignty and dignity. The weight of empire was heavy, but the spirit of India was unbreakable. The journey towards independence was fraught with challenges, but it was a testament to the resilience and strength of the Indian people. The seeds of India's independence movement were sown in the hearts of its people. From the early whispers of discontent to the loud cries for freedom, the journey was long and arduous. As the weight of British rule grew heavier, so too did the desire for freedom. The oppressive policies, economic exploitation, and cultural domination by the British only fueled the fire of resistance. Across the country, Indians from all walks of life, farmers, teachers, lawyers, students, began to raise their voices against colonial oppression. These diverse groups, though different in their daily lives, found common ground in their shared dream of a free India. Early forms of resistance, often localized and sporadic, gradually coalesced into a nationwide movement. Small protests and acts of defiance began to weave together into a larger tapestry of rebellion. Leaders emerged from different parts of the country, each with their own vision for a free India. Figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Subhas Chandra Bose became symbols of hope and determination. Newspapers and pamphlets, despite censorship, played a crucial role in spreading the message of freedom and unity. These publications became the lifeline of the movement, informing and inspiring the masses. The partition of Bengal in 1905, a move intended to weaken the growing nationalist sentiment, had the opposite effect. Instead of dividing the people, it united them in their resolve to fight against the British. It ignited a wave of protests and boycotts of British goods, marking a turning point in the struggle for independence. The Swadeshi movement, which encouraged the use of Indian-made goods, gained momentum. Indians were realizing their collective strength. The sight of thousands of people coming together for a common cause was both empowering and inspiring. They understood the power of unity in the face of adversity. The realization that they were not alone in their struggle gave them the courage to continue their fight. The fight for independence was not just a political struggle, it was a cultural and social awakening. Festivals, songs, and literature became mediums to express the collective aspirations of the people. Indians began to rediscover their rich heritage and traditions, taking pride in their identity. This cultural renaissance was a powerful force that complemented the political movement. This cultural resurgence was intertwined with the political movement, fueling the growing demand for self-determination. The blend of cultural pride and political activism created a formidable force that the British could not ignore. In 1915, a lawyer named Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi returned to India after 2 decades in South Africa, where he had successfully fought against racial discrimination. Little did he know that he was destined to become the guiding light of India's struggle for independence. He would later be known across the world as Mahatma Gandhi, meaning great soul. Gandhi brought with him a novel philosophy of resistance, satyagraha, meaning truth force. His weapons were not guns and bombs, but truth, non-violence, and civil disobedience. He urged his fellow Indians to oppose unjust laws, but to do so peacefully and with respect for their opponents. Gandhi's message resonated deeply with the Indian people. He lived a simple life, dressed in homespun clothes, and spoke the language of the common man. His charisma transcended social barriers, uniting people from all walks of life under the banner of freedom. His call for non-violent resistance inspired millions. From the Salt Satyagraha, where Gandhi led thousands on a march to the sea to protest the salt tax, to the Quit India movement, where he called for complete independence, Gandhi's leadership galvanized the entire nation.